What's good, YouTube? Daniel Chabert here. Let me show you the exact tracking and pixel setup you need to use in order to run your book or call funnel at scale. This is the exact funnel and pixel setup we use at PurpleFire to scale to $500,000 a month. It is so simple, yet when I mentor my agency clients, this is one of the biggest issues. They never really get it right, and there's all kinds of issues that are preventing them from scaling. Now, if you run ads in the past and you're like, it didn't really work, it felt like it was not reliable, or we didn't get the results we were hoping for, or maybe the leads are just trash, then maybe this is why it's not working out. So stick around, watch this video, and I'll teach you exactly how it's done. All right, let's dive in. So I have this Miro board up and running. I'm going to minimize myself here a little bit because I want to show you the exact funnel. And I just took PurpleFire, so I'm not even kidding around here. I'm exposing everything we have so you can see exactly how it works. And the funnel is about 4 or 5 different steps. It's so simple. So there's no way you can't do this by yourself. All right, so it starts at the top here. About 80% of our ad budget goes towards meta ads. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have some kind of creative, right? This is really important. And I added that into this video, even though it's not related to tracking and pixels so much, because the UTMs come into play. If you don't know what a UTM is, just Google it or chat GPT it, because these things are just essential to know if you want to run ads. UTMs allow us to basically track what is happening, what creative has been performing, and we want to infuse that data into our sales system later on so the sales reps are ready and understand what funnel they've been exposed to and what creative they've been exposed to, because there might be sensitive stuff they need to know, like a specific offer or funnel where we are guaranteeing certain things, trying certain angles out to see if it works. That's why it's really important. Now, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to run your ads, and then you're going to send them to a landing page. And that's right, a landing page, not in lead form ads, whatever BS that you've tried in the past. It simply doesn't work well at scale. We tried it all. It just produces BS quality leads. So basically, you want to send them to a landing page. And I'm not saying this is the perfect structure, because it's really not. And you can probably get a landing page that performs 50% better. But we are spending a lot of money, $35K to be exact, in January 2025. And it works really well for us. We got a headline, we got a BSL, we got a CTA, we got social proof, we got more social proof. And if you saw the rest of the page, there would be client testimonials and case studies. And that's how we do it. Now, some people say you shouldn't have all this stuff up here, but this is not really a video about landing pages. But from our experience, any legitimate agency actually want you to go to the about page and everything else, because if you want to go there, it's because you're not ready to convert anyway. Anyway, that's enough about landing pages. The thing that you should notice here is the structure of the page, what it looks like, that there is a CTA, and also that the URL has been specifically tailored to this specific funnel. And this is really great because later on I can backtrack my results when I use really good naming conventions. That's why we do it. Next step, if they click on the CTA, is that they get to a schedule page, and here there's a form where we qualify them even more. Now, this is really important because we don't want to have trash leads, so we are giving them a lot of opportunities to step back if they're not ready to work with us, if they cannot afford our services, or they don't even need our services, right? One thing to notice here is that we use HubSpot still, but we're switching to Go High Level because we think it's more agile, and there's just a host of benefits, a lot of things that we like a lot more. But at HubSpot, what we are doing is we are hiding UTM parameter fields, so they get captured, but the client doesn't even need to fill them out because they're automatically added in when they click on the ad. So just to note that. But besides that, you can use Calendly. You don't have to use HubSpot. And the reason for that is that with Calendly, you have the form inside of the embed, so inside of the actual calendar where you schedule the call. But for HubSpot, you have it as 2 different things. First, you have the form. Once they fill out the form, then they get to a calendar where they can schedule a call. Now, I am a big fan of Calendly, where you just have everything inside of that, and then they schedule a call, and that's it. You don't need to have several forms. I think there's less likelihood that it will break. So my go-to setup for the future is Calendly, and just basically run everything through there. Now, once they booked a time, they should go to a thank you page, and this is where most people fail because they don't have a thank you page. And when we schedule when we do a conversion event in Meta, we are basically basing it on everyone that hits the thank you page, because this is telling us that they went through all the qualifying steps, they fill out the form, they picked the slot, they were not disqualified, and now we have a call in the calendar. And this is what triggers a conversion event. So you need to implement a thank you page, and this is the proper format, the funnel name, the thank you page, so you can literally track this perfectly in an isolated funnel. No one else, except for the people that book through this specific funnel where you had maybe a specific offer you're testing out, is getting through this thank you page. And that's another reason why I like Go High Level, because I can clone my funnels really easily and just change the naming, change the VSL video, change the headline, and boom, I'm up and running. And I don't want to spend a long time creating funnels. And when you're doing it in WordPress and other things like that, it just takes too long, and I don't want to have a developer I have to call for these kind of things. So that's how I feel about the funnel. Let's just go through the funnel one more time just to summarize. Add to landing page, to a Calendly embed or a HubSpot form or whatever you're using, to the schedule call thing. If you're using something like HubSpot, Calendly is all in 2 steps, and you use the embed code for this, so it's really easy. Calendly will give you that code. And then once they book the call, they automatically get to a thank you page, which is what our conversion mechanism is, our conversion trigger is based on, I should rather say. And you might be a little bit confused right now because you're like, how do I set all this up so Meta even understands it? Like, this is really, really simple. So inside of Meta, you can see that for PurpleFire, on this specific day, 6th of February, we booked 18 calls so far in one day. And we spent something like $1,400, but that's besides the point. We are using a conversion event called Booked Zero Call, and this is not a standard event inside of Meta. So we did that. That's a custom conversion we set up in here. So you go to your data events manager, custom conversions, create custom conversion, and here you can literally just put an event you want to use. We use complete registration. You can also use schedule. Then you can create a rule based on URL. So URL contains meeting booked. And when we go back here to this page, you know, we have thank you for booking. It could also be meeting booked in the URL. It can be anything related to something unique on this page. In this case, it could be funnel 1, thank you for booking. And then basically what you know is whenever they hit this page where the URL contains funnel 1, thank you for booking, then you know that you had a conversion and someone booked a call. Hopefully you understood that. But all I really want to say is, if they hit the thank you page, then that URL needs to be specific, and you can create a rule so only the people that hit the thank you page are basically counted as a call. This is really, really essential, because if Meta doesn't understand what you value, then they will send you trash traffic, like complete trash. So you need to define it really well. Otherwise, the pixel and the algorithm will not be able to optimize, right? But the problem with this is that it's going to capture a fraction of the real amount of calls you're getting. And for that reason, we need to set up Conversion API. Now, there's tons of guides on how to set up Conversion API. I'll show you how to do it on Go High Level, because most people are on Go High Level. So honestly, it's just super, super easy. Just actually open Go High Level. You go into first you want to go into calendars, and you want to set up a calendar specifically with the Go High Level, which could be Calendly if you're using that. Once that's done, then you go into automations, and you create an automation for whatever you want to do, which could be every time you get a call, you want that to be uploaded through the Conversion API back up to Meta. This is the server-side event that we really want Meta to be using to basically send the data back up to Meta if the pixel didn't catch it for some reason, right? Because we got lots of, privacy blockers and ad blockers and all that crap that makes it really hard to get that data up into your Meta account. And we want Meta to have as much information as possible so the algorithm can really work. What you really do here is you just set up a trigger. The trigger can be appointment status. Then you go into calendar and you find the specific event. And these will be visible because you integrate it with Calendly. Then you want to set up your Meta conversion API, and you want to add in your pixel ID, access token, all this other stuff, right? Like this is really, really important. And basically, you're good to go. There's not really much in here on how to set it up. It's really super simple, and that's how you set up your conversion API. It's extremely simple like that. And with Go High Level, that's why I prefer it, because it's just so easy to set it up. If you're using something else, you have to use an integrator like Make or Zapier to get that done. So, that's why it's easier to set it up. So with the help of the server API and this stuff for the pixel to do its wonders, and with you doing it through custom conversions, you're really set up to do everything you need to track the conversions. The end result should look like this, where you're running your ads and you can see the calls in here come in like day by day. I'll still say it this much. At the time of recording, this is recording 18 calls. And we had about 26 or 27 calls so far today. I already checked. Now there's a few that came through cold email and setting, but I think it missed like 2 to 4 calls at this point. So it's pretty accurate, but it's not going to get everything. And that's just how it is, guys. Like it's not going to catch everything, even when you have conversion API. So that's why I said like about 90% is what you can track when you have both pixel and server-side APIs set up. So anyway, guys, if this is too complicated and you need someone to follow up with you and help you implement it, right now I am taking in students in my Agency Supremacy mentorship program. You get access to the full course where there's going to be videos like this. You get a 1-hour consultation with me where we create a battle plan to get you to the goals you need in order to hit the goals for 25, but also to overcome the biggest problems you're having right now. I like to focus on practicality. I want you to have a shopping list that literally tells you here is what you need to do from A to Z. And then from there we can build. My hope is that you get 10x the value of what you pay because it's only $1,000. I want to put it up to $3,000, but for now we're going to stay at $1,000. And I hope that you get so much value that you will come back to me and tell me, Daniel, I want to work with you, consistently after this. This is anyway my goal. So if you want that, you can click the link below in this video, and we can set up a call to discuss whether it makes sense to work together, or you can literally just swipe the credit card on Stripe if you're already good to go, and then I'll onboard you in Slack, School, and set up your call and everything like that. So anyway, hopefully this was useful. See you soon.